Hi, welcome back to another official live broadcast from Sega about Initial D The Arcade. The broadcast took place on 3rd of April 2026. Again, almost a year since the previous one. So, for the people who have been following this broadcast before, you are seeing the same familiar faces once again. The host is still Mizuzu Araki after almost 6 years of these broadcasts, and Makepon from Sega Development Team. And as guests, there are the people who are probably familiar to the followers of the Initial D The Arcade tournaments. If not, well, meet Yukiya and Kinga no Mayuyu. Both of them did very well in the tournament that concluded a week before. We can skip over the highlights of those tournaments in case there's someone who would still like to avoid the spoilers. So to start, there was a feedback survey that was held in March. It gained a good number of responses, 3,378 to be exact, so people who like data and pie charts as much as I do can have a field day with some outcomes here. The largest age groups that the players come from are teenagers and people in their late 20s, but the ages are rather spread out, so it is nice to see that there are older fans who have stuck around for years and younger fans who are maybe introduced to the franchise thanks to this game. Also solidified by the second chart, for 53% of the players, Initial D The Arcade is the first Initial D Arcade game they have ever played, and there has been quite a steady influx of gamers over the time the game has been available, and most people are quite satisfied with the game. As in previous editions of the official live broadcast, it started with Makepon from the development team answering questions from people. Let's go over all those questions now. First, a personal question asked by a person called Suzuki no Wabaki-san. Are your favorites changed from yakiniku, sushi, and tsubaki line? The answer, while previously Makepon has been portrayed as a sushi lover, his preference for yakiniku, ramen, and tsubaki line remains unchanged. The most delicious thing he has had recently was the Nagaoka ginger soy sauce ramen he ate in Niigata. He still can't nail the Myogi circuit course. Next question. When will the Toho collaboration event be returned, or when will there be a new one? The answer, leaning on the recent survey, the Toho project collaborations have always received high satisfaction ratings. They will continue working hard to live up to the expectations, so you have something to look forward to. The next question, asked by Senshi Runashi-san. When playing a time trial, how do you manage the emotional turmoil you feel when you drastically improve your time in each section? The guys in the studio say that they use breathing techniques, and over time they just get used to it. And the last question, asked by Rim-san, how long does a modeling of a course take? The answer, it takes around 6 months for a course to go through all the stages of the development, and maybe even a bit more with the testing and implementing. Next, we have information on the version 3.3 update. It was already teased during the finale of the recent tournament and is scheduled to be implemented on 9th of April. This means that the game is already entering Season 6. As you can see, the motive of the poster is the race between Tomoyuki Tachi from Dodo School and Takumi that took place in Happogahara. If anyone wants to know what the text on the poster reads, it roughly translates into sometimes you need a bit of a fool. Maybe you will find the answer you're looking for right now. So, for the players who don't precisely remember what a season is, I know I have to refresh my memory. What is a season? A season is renewed approximately once a year with each season update. A transition to a new ranking system and game balance adjustments are implemented. The driver name can be changed at the start of each season. Here we have a quick recap of the season that is finishing, Season 5. It lasted from April 2025 to March 2026. It consisted of 13 rounds, which are the periods of time in between which the movements between ranks happen. And here we have the posters for the 5 major updates during this period. But what happens to your save data when the season changes? Your game data remains the same even when the season changes. You can continue tuning and customizing your own car, you can further improve your racing grade and mode rank from the last season, and you can change your driver name again. The first round, as it has been for the past 3 seasons if I'm not mistaken, is an open round, which means that none of the teams will have a rank. After this round, the first 200 teams go to the Master League, the teams placed between positions 201 and 1000 go to the Platinum League, and the teams placed between positions 1001 and 3200 go to the Gold League. The rest of the leagues are point-based. The teams with at least 25,000 points go to the Silver League, and the teams with at least 10,000 points go to the Bronze League. The teams with less points than that stay in the Basic League. And still unchanged since last year, here are the movement rules for regular rounds. At the end of each round, 50 teams move between the Master and the Platinum League. 300 teams move between the Platinum League and the Gold League, and 800 teams move between the Gold and Silver Leagues. In the bottom 3 leagues, you cannot be demoted since they are still based solely on the team points. Here's an image with the whole flow graph. And here's a promise. Driving performance adjustments have been implemented to further enhance the appeal of each driving style. Unleash the full potential of your favorite car and aim for even greater heights. Time trials are also entering a new season, so you can set new records. The Season 5 records will be archived in the play data. Here are the main driving performance adjustments that will be carried out. Most of them you will not understand without playing the game before and after. Driving performance will be updated, car drivability will be improved, gear ratios of 5-speed cars will be adjusted, there's a behavioral update, the characteristics of each driving style will be enhanced, battle systems will be updated, the behavior where opponents approach will be adjusted, boost balance will be adjusted, and other things. Tsuchisaka and Tsuchisaka Snow will become more technical, and there will be changes to some vehicle layout attributes. This list is not comprehensive. On their website you have all the spreadsheets you need to know the updates for sure. Now, for the new music, I will read what the artists have written about them. The first song is Through the Rain by Exion, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, the vocalist being Kanae Azaba. This song is for taking a step forward even amidst uncertain times and lingering doubts. You pour all your passion into this for the one moment that lies ahead that resolves in continuing choosing to take risks. I hope you can get a sense of this speed, even just a bit. And there's another song by the same artist. This one is called My Initial, and the vocalist for this one is Kobayashi Mana. This song is about continuing to move forward despite everything and still harboring past regrets. I've captured the internal struggles behind the passion and the scenery that lies beyond. I hope you will enjoy it. So feel free to give a listen to both these new songs. Next, some new dress-up parts. First, the number of car models where you can add carbon fiber parts has increased significantly. Here you can see a Skyline with a carbon bonnet, a carbon roof and a carbon boot cover as well. Some new wheels. Here we can see the Yokohama Advan Racing RGD2 and Tanabe Racing Development SSR Formula Mesh, both with some different color variations. Next up, the new collaboration. The next collaboration will be with Uma Musume Pretty Derby. It is a series about horse girls who race on horse racing tracks. The collaboration will take place starting from the next update on the 9th of April and will last until 29th of July. By the way, this collaboration was chosen through the survey. It was one that the responders wanted the most and they made it happen. Here is the main slide of the event. You can see 3 car colors based on the characters from the series. The pink one is Special Week, the green one is Silent Suzuka, and the blue one is Tokai Deiyo. There's a bunch of other stuff as well. Let's quickly scroll through those. Well, the vinyl wraps with the characters again. Here are the matte black versions of the vinyl wraps. Next we have avatars to make yourself look more like the characters from the series. Here there are chat stamps, the different lines that you can give before the race with different quotes from the characters. Here are the illustrated gauges, the acrylic stands. There's also a special song. It's called Umapyoi Legend by Akihiro Honda from Cygames, the developer of the original game the song is from. And it features the vocals from the original voice actors of these 3 characters, Azumi Waki, Marika Takano, and Machiko. Also, here is the information on the play stamps for this collaboration event. Running through it very quickly, you need 5 for chat stamps, 20 for the special song, 40 for the cosplay weeks, 60 for the cosplay costumes, 90 for the gauges, 110 for the avatar background, which is a Derby Barrack, 130 for the aura, 160 for the vinyl car covers, and 180 for the acrylic stand for the paper cup. Here's another poster for Season 6, reminding it starts on the 9th of April 2026 and will include Hirohazaka Rain. So remember, Season 6, Opa Round, Uma Musume Pretty Derby collaboration. And a reminder for the end, even though the title of the stream in some places might have read that they will unveil a new car, unfortunately that was wrong and no new cars will be brought by this update. But here is the roadmap for Season 6. Anyway, it's looking very open for now. The preliminary plan is very open. It will last for about a year. It will have many rounds, a couple major updates, an official competition, which if things will go as they have for the past couple of years, will start its regional rounds in autumn. And the season, of course, promises new courses, cars, story, and collaborations. And here are some titles you can base on the Season 5 results. And last but not least, MF Ghost has been renewed for its final season. The broadcast also included some showruns of the new core, Zero Hazaka in Rain. All those hairpins we already know, but now the road is wet. And that's it for information from this live broadcast. I hope you learned something new and you're enjoying playing Initial D. If you are able, I will do my best to bring you all the latest news from Initial D. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.